one, but other people have secret strats, they have secret plans in mind, and we're going to see what these devious minds have in store for us.
Well, it is a top laner taking on a jungler, so we'll have to see if they have some form of agreement here, or if they're going to be picking some unique champions here to take to the Rift for the first one-on-one match of this tournament. Waiting to see what Evie and Oddie are going to be banding out here.
So, as you heard on the desk, things like Caitlyn are very obnoxious to play against. Ashe can be a little bit of a pain as well. Thinking of slightly more interesting picks, you could go for a Teemo. I know there are some dastardly evil plans that you can conduct with that little mastermind, but there's just so much. There's so much. You have to see how the 1v1 meta develops.
I noticed that Teemo gets picked, Vedius. You definitely have a lot of analysis to apply for that pick. And like you mentioned earlier, Caitlyn already being banned out here by Team Fire. On the side of Team Ice, Nasus is going to be taken away. Yeah,
that usually it would have been AP Susan that you would have been bringing out. So you max the E, you get for a lot of ability power, you try and shove the wave, go for the 100 CS. Don't want to be playing against that. We want raw aggression. But it looks like we're going to see some of that raw aggression banned away.
Yeah, we see two majors being banned away. Next, first up is going to be Lunk, followed up by Syndra.
So Syndra ban is a little bit interesting. She hits a big spike at about the level 6 mark, but everybody knows how powerful she is in the 1 versus 1 mid lane. Reworked LeBlanc is just way too painful to deal with. The moment she hits level 3, not only does she have incredibly good wave clear, but her trading power is very good. And right now it just looks like both of them are just banning away a lot of mid laners.
And the final two bans that come out are going to be Cassiopeia as well as Pantheon. Pantheon proved during our playtest videos that it's an incredibly strong pick. And look at that, instantly locking in here the Rengar coming out from Oddie.
Rengar locked in, exhaust, ignite. Oddie is going out. He's sticking to what he knows with the junglers. We are going to be seeing the reworked Rengar. He has had some of the changes made to his ferocity. And oh my, this is going to be an exciting one.
And we haven't seen him being played on the Summoner's Rift map just yet. But for the first time and in the first 1v1 match, he'll be played for Team Ice. And it is currently tied up at the end of the day here, Vedius. It's 2-2, so this 1v1 match decides who comes out on top at the end of day one. And Swain is going to be locked in here for Evie.
Swain. Now remember that Swain's actually had quite a lot of changes over time. He was very strong for a period. He took a couple of nerfs, especially to the cooldown on his ultimate, which really mitigated a lot of his strength. But still, quite the potent duelist, especially as time goes on. I think in terms of the early levels, Rengar is going to have a big advantage. But with both laners running Exhaust and Ignite, it's difficult to say whether or not Rengar will be able to get that early lead.
We don't have to see how that one's going to pan out. Like you said, both champions really being changed here. Seems like they're kind of sticking to what they used to. You can see Oddie's picking up a jungler-esque champion. We see Swain being picked up by the top laner. So going back to a little bit of comfort for these two players.
Yeah, that certainly seems like that. And I mean, when we talk about Evie, he's still playing that kind of bruiser, skirmishy style of top laner with the Swain. You can definitely get in someone's face. You can put a lot of early harass down with the ranged advantage that you have. But for Rengar, it's going to be very much about bush control. You know, you have that mastery where you get a bit of additional damage from just coming out of the bush. And you also have the empowered Q now. It can do a lot of damage. So it's all going to be about push control and how well Evie can abuse that early game range advantage.
It certainly is going to be that case. We'll have to see if he can bust out the Rengar well enough to take down the Swain coming out from Japan side of Team Ice. Like we mentioned earlier, it is a best of 5. Every single player will have to play at least one game, but whoever gets 3 wins out of the 5 matches will win this 1v1 and will put their team ahead for day 1 of the International Wildcard All-Stars. But enough of that. We're on to the Howling Abyss for the Snowdown Showdown. It's going to be Oddie taking on Evie.
Oh man, this is exciting. I'm really looking forward to seeing the reworked Rengar going up against Evie. You notice that Evie, he's already playing for the, I know what you're trying to do in the early game, mate. I know exactly what you're planning. I'm just going to get another layer of clothing to keep me safe from you. I'm going to go for the pot, going to keep myself alive, and I don't care how much harass you put down onto me. I'm going to go for that relatively early back, and I'm going to work towards some AP so I can eventually outscale you.
Yep, we can see cloth armor and 4 pots being picked up by Evie. Still has that exhaust ignite on the side of Oddie. He's gone for the Doran's Blade with that single health potion.
I mean, that just spells aggression to me from Oddie. He's going to be going for the jungle. Oh, and he's already going for it.
Yeah, already jumping on top of Evie. Gets him down to half health. Evie is able to trade back quite effectively against Oddie, though, being the ranged champion he is.
Now remember the sustain, but look at the damage.
Exhaust is going down, Ignite's going down as well. Oddie wants this one, but Evie is able to get back underneath his turret.
Oh my word, Oddie, he is just being relentless. Both summoner spells already used, and this is what we were talking about during Champions Night. Because of the exhaust picked up by Evie, he's able to buy himself a little bit of time, and if he hadn't ran that summoner spell, he could have lost his life. life right there. So he is going to be able to sustain back up at level 2.
Oddie's going to be able to slow him down. Takes a turret hit there, but will be able to stay pretty safe, shoving Evie deep underneath his turret. In fact, he's already used his final health potion.
So Oddie right now, oh look, here comes Evie.
Knight's going in, he's looking for it, but still it's going to be first blood that gets picked up by the Rengar. Oddie takes down Evie.
Evie, man, you played for the late game. You went for the cloth armor. You couldn't go that aggressive. You felt like that you had the summoner spell advantage, but it ends up going horribly wrong. The level 3 Rengar to the level 2 Swain just wasn't the damage that he was expecting. Oddie, man, he knows his Rengar.
Just like that, you can already see